Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So guys, today we are going to be continuing work with the Renault Modus. I've made a decision on the bumper that we tried to fix. Well, we was fixing, but yeah, we've got a problem. Another obstacle when it comes to this car. I'll explain what is going on. I'll bring in the car. I'll explain what we're doing today because we have got some work to do on it today, but we can't continue with that bumper. So let me get it in. I'll explain what's going on. Let's do this. Right, okay. So, guys, got the Renault Modus back in the workshop. Johnny's Nissan Duke is out the front, so I think he's going to come pick that up on Saturday. So that'll give me a bit of time actually to spend a bit of time on it, on his Nissan Duke, to see if I can work out what's going on with the lights. I will have a look for him just to see if there's anything sort of obvious or, you know, quick. It's going to be something stupid and silly. I know it is. I don't think it's a fuse. I don't think it is because some of the other lights are working. So normally there's one fuse that connects the front lights, so it wouldn't just knock out one bulb. Do you know what I mean? So, or two bulbs, just two side lights. It's got to be that the wiring loom for the side lights is connected both sides, and they run back to the back because the side lights are connected to the front and back. So I think there's a split in a wire somewhere, or a break, or something's happened. Because the rest of the rest of the lights are working, and there's one fuse that controls the headlights. So yeah, but I'll have a look for him. It's out the front, and then I can spend a bit of time on it. So we've got this Renault Modus. God, this car with the bumper issue has been a bit of a pain, and that's because it's, let's be honest, so old. If it was a newer car, there's more likely of chance that I'm going to be able to get another bumper, even the trims and the parts and the grills. There's more chance of getting them, but because this is such an oldish car now, they're becoming very, very difficult to get parts. I have gone to the main dealer for bits and pieces over there. I'll explain that in a second. I'll show you what I've got. So we've got some paint. Got this matched to the fuel flap. We need this anyway, regardless of what's happening with the bumper. We need that because I need to spray the bumper itself. Got the lower engine mount, which is for the gearbox. This part of that one that's on the car is absolutely shot to pieces. So this is nice and tight and solid. So this is definitely going to help. That might have been an advisory as well on the MOT, but, you know, we're going to do it because I think it was like 20 quid. So that was worth doing. And we've got the new bottle and cap here. So this was, can't remember how much this was now. I think this was about 25 quid as well, the whole thing. So, yes, we can replace this one for the old one. And we're going to get a better seal now off the cap. And that was our problem with the water. Water kept sort of peeing out the top of it. So we're going to be able to sort that out. So let me explain with what's happening with the bumper itself, because this is absolute what a pain. I've spun the bumper around compared to what we was doing last time, and it is actually staying in pretty... I've not even finished what I was going to do as well, and it's actually staying in a pretty good condition. All I had to do was finish it off on the other side, do some more on this side, just like pull that together like that. You connect it up and then you weld it from the other side, and a few more bits and pieces like this one here. Could have connected that up, no problem. So I could have saved this bumper. I could have. The thing that's stopping me from using this bumper is that grille right there. That's the only thing that's stopping me. The reason is, like, it can be repaired. I can repair that easy. That's easy going to go back. That's no problem. What the problem is is getting hold of one of these grills. We've got this one for this side. You know, we took all the bits off, and getting hold of this side grill is impossible. In fact, I went to the main dealer to see if I can get hold of one. We need a lower... What's that one? Is that one, that one, that one, this one? Yeah, that one's that one there. So we've got this side kind of thing with grills, right? So I needed this side lower spotlight cover and this bumper grill top piece here. Went to the main dealer. Straight away, I've got to be honest, £136 for those two pieces of plastic. But yeah, I could have found that on eBay. Right, sorry about that, guys. Someone come to the door and wanted to talk. So they're gone now. So what was I saying? Yeah, so right. So this fog light cover, I found them on eBay. Not too much money, 15, 20 quid. That ain't the problem. That's easy got. It's that. That's what's causing the problem. Now, Renault, main dealer, can get it. See the top one, it says grill kit. There's £54.25 plus the dreaded lurgy, which is the VAT. But, so they can get it, but only on back order. And now when a main dealer says the words back order, straight away, forget it. Absolutely forget it. Because a back order means they cannot give you a date or time or whatever when it can come in. So it can be 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, or a year. It just will keep going and on and on and on. They cannot tell you when it's coming in. They can tell me when this one's coming in. 6 or 7 days, he said. It can tell me when that's coming in. The other one, no chance. Back order. So, you know, the only thing I can do now is get another bumper. Now, I found a red one, and someone else sent me this one as well. One of my subscribers, he sent me this one as well, and I found it on eBay. It's a red bumper, exactly what we need. But there's a few pieces missing. The main part that's there are these grills here. I think, what's the badge missing? Or the grill, one of the bottom grills are missing, or something's missing at the bottom. But the main thing about it is that the top parts are there. So I went and ordered that. The guy wanted £100 plus £40 to deliver it on a courier. So that's £140, and we're going to get another bumper, and we'll have to spray it. So it's a shame that I can't find one of them grills. They're just not nowhere. I've been checking eBay. I've been checking people breaking cars, breaking these cars. Just no one has got them, guys. There'll be a Renault breaker somewhere that's got one sitting on the shelf that's going to be sitting there, and that's probably got them, but I don't know. You know what I mean? It's going to be very difficult to pin it down, really. So we're going to go down that route. So we're going to have to wait for the bumper, the red one, to turn up, so we can get it over to the paint shop. We've got the paint here. We'll just get it sprayed, get it fitted, and then hopefully that'll be job done on the front end. So let's continue for today, just getting these bits done. We'll get that fitted, and then we're going to move on to the interior of this car and get that sorted out as well today. So let's crack on. I'll set you up. Let's do this. Right, okie dokie guys, that's it. The bottle is been changed over. I had to, as you saw that, but I had to take all that back off to get to the battery tray, to remove the battery tray so I can go behind it. Because at the bottom of this, right down there, there is a, there's a bottom hose. I just could not get to it. Just cannot get to it without removing all that again. But it didn't take long because I've already done it once and it's pretty quick once you've done it. The only trouble is, let me just show you the underneath engine mount there is all changed over. It is a second-hand one, but it's in great condition. But let me just show you the condition of the old one because, my God, this is a mess. And this is the reason why I felt I had to change it, because look at the state of that. And I think it's just because of the oil leak was going all over this rubber and was just perishing it, and it's even perishing all this as well. It looks horrendous, doesn't it? But yeah, I think that would have been an advisory or maybe even a foul on the MOT, because that's got to be sturdy and strong, and you can't have it like that. But anyway, I've changed it over. It's done. We've changed this bottle over. Look at the state of that bottle as well. Got a nice new clean bottle in there. So that's done. The only trouble is, guys, I am seeing another oil leak that I think I'm going to have to try and address if I can get to it, because it's an absolute nightmare. It's right in there. Right in there. We've got a bit of an oil leak going on. I think I've pinpointed it to I'm trying to get you in there so you can have a good look, but it's really difficult. There's not a lot of room. But basically, what I think's happened is on this neck that this goes into, that neck here, this neck here goes into the block at the bottom where the sump is, and on the bottom of this plastic pipe there's a rubber seal. I think that rubber seal has perished, and it's not sealing up against the metal of the engine anymore. And then once the engine's running, it's kicking out, and it's causing oil to kick out all over around there. I just noticed it actually whilst I was doing all this work and looking at it, and so I was thinking about it. There's something not right there. And yeah, and as you can see, actually, it's dripping there. See that? It's running. That was all clean. But you can see now that we've got a little bit of a drip going down here. So we've definitely got to address this. Just means a little bit of stripping down. So I'll set you up. Let's get stripping, get it all off, and we'll see exactly where it is. So let's do this. Right, okay. So, let me show you what I've been doing. So I took it off, and then I used... it's really hard to get you in there. You can't really see much, I've got to be honest. It's so hard to get you in there to have a look. But basically, that spout here goes all the way down on a plastic pipe, and then it goes into like another metal pipe. So what I did is took it off, cleaned it all up in there, and I used some of this. This is a black gasket maker sealer, and it's, you see, oil resistant. So I was thinking, once that dries, no more oil. Because what I did is I actually took it off, I run the engine, and it is spitting up. So it's definitely sort of not... it could be that... it still could be something else. It's definitely not the oil filter, which is just there. It's definitely not that, because I can see that it's quite clean and dry around the filter itself. So it's not that. Yeah, it could be something else, guys, but I just don't know yet. I'm going to leave it for about an hour before I try to run this car, really, and get it up to temperature. The other thing that's happened since doing that is my lift is not working correctly. So take it up, and when you take it up, you have to needs a bloody good cleaning there. Look all that dirt and horrible. So this needs a good service, I've got to be honest. So you need to stop it so that this bar here is at a high point, not on a low point. If you stop it down there, it won't release. It's that this mechanism here, there's one each side, so that as it comes up, you can release it. So at the minute, if I press it down, so you see that, yeah? But what's been happening is that if I try to go all the way down to the floor, it's stopping. It won't go down. It won't go down to the bottom. And I don't know why. I have no idea. I can't get the ramp down to the floor now. I've got a funny feeling it's down to... going to be linked to fluid. Let me try and take it all the way up to there. So that's its highest point. It won't go any higher than that. It can't go over onto that, otherwise you won't be able to bring it back down. So, but I think it's something to do with fluid. In that tank. I've got to be honest, completely honest with you, I've not touched this ramp or serviced it or looked at it or done anything to it since I've had it, because basically it's not gone wrong. And you know, but I think you are supposed to do a maintenance on this, really. So I think that's what this needs. This needs a good clean, completely change the fluid, maybe, drain it out, and then yeah, fill it back up and start again from fresh. But what a nightmare. So let's give it one more try at its highest point to see if it'll go right down. Let's have a look. It won't go down. It will. There you go. I stood on it. Do you see that? I had to stand on it. Let me stand on it. Push it down. I'm pushing. No. Oh, God. I thought I'd show you this because people do ask me sometimes, how does your ramp perform? What's it like? Well, it's just broken. It's not broken, but I think it's the hydraulics in the system. Let me stand on it as well. Give it a little bit more extra push. Go on. And it's down. Oh God. Okay. All right. Well, I'll have to sort of I'm gonna have to look into that and see how that goes. So let's carry on. Let's carry on now with the Renault Modus. Let's get it over to here, and then I just literally want to move it, and then leave it for that gasket sealer to go off right solid and tight and nice. We're going to now have a look at the interior. I want to get these seats nice and clean. So we'll get the machine out, upholstery cleaner, the Karcher, and we're going to give it a good old clean inside. So just part of what we need to do, really. So let's continue. Let's do this. Right, okay, well, there she goes. She's outside, drying off in the sunshine. And do you know what? It is actually, the seats are actually looking much, much better. They look a bit weird because they're drying. That's the drying process of this. But yeah, it definitely needs a little bit of a hoover out on the car, on the actual floor. But the actual seats is what I wanted to get done. And the sun is really, really hot now, really, drying this out. So that's good. So I'm going to leave it outside, let it all dry off. So what we're going to do, I've got to have a look at this ramp. I have to. It's just playing up now. It's only started today. It's never done it before. But we're going to have a look at it because I can't have it like that. It has to be working, you know, in perfect order. Especially if I've got cars on the ramp, it just needs to work exactly how it should work. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I've got the manual out. This is the manual I got with the ramp, and it's the correct one. So we just need to go through it and figure out what we're going to do. It does say installation and maintenance, so there is a section of maintenance in here. We've just got to go through it and find out what it is. Oh, it says actually here, look, daily check-in, weekly check-in, monthly check-in, and yearly check-in. So it actually says yearly check-in, empty the oil tank and check the quality of the hydraulic oil. Wash and clean the oil filter. So it could have something to do with the oil filter. So I think we're going to have to get this out. And, yeah, we're going to have to drain the tank, figure out how to do that. And then we are going to see how we can get this done. So I've just got to figure out what how to do it. So I'll set you up, guys. Let's work this out now. A little bit extra content for you guys to watch what I'm doing. I've just got to figure out what it is. I suppose it's, yeah, you've got lines there. You've got, there is ways of doing this. So yeah, I'll set you up. Let's now see if we can work this out. Let's do this. Right, so, okay, guys, listen. I really, really don't want to mess with this. I've looked through the manual and the instructions and the troubleshooting and the maintenance. It don't really give you any details, information about how to clean anything, change anything. There's not even normally like on the side of these tanks, you'd have like an indicator that tells you whether or not it's full, it's empty, or it's halfway, or whatever. There's no indication on this tank to tell me the amount that's in here. If it should be full or it's empty, half empty. There's nothing on here at all. So I don't really want to be throwing hydraulic fluid into this and not knowing if I've overfilled it or I haven't filled the right place, or it's just not worth it, guys. It really isn't worth it. There's got to be filters on there. I think that's going to be a filter on top there, maybe. Yeah, that's the engine filter, because that's the engine, the motor. Sorry, engine. That's the motor there, and on top there's going to be some sort of filter. Or do you know what I mean? There is just no way. I want to mess around with this too much. So, because that book, that instruction manual just is rubbish. I've got to be honest. So I've spoke to a company called Pyrex over in where I am, and they're going to come out and they're going to look over it and then just double check. Even though the ramp still moves up and down and then stops at a certain point at the bottom, it's an indicator that there's a problem. And I don't want to use it now until I get this resolved. Yeah, I just really don't want to use it. So I've spoke to them, and they are going to come out tomorrow, and they're going to pop in, and they're going to have a look over it, check it, tell me what they think needs to be done. And yeah, they can deal with it, because that's what they're used to dealing with. They're used to dealing with maintenance with lifts and stuff like that, and this hydraulic company. So I think that's going to be the safest way to do this. Just let the professionals come in and have a go. Don't get, you know me, guys. I'll always have a go. It's just, ins and outs of it, mechanics. But because I'm dealing with and putting cars on this and leaving them up and down, and for nothing but a safety reason, this has got to be done right. And yeah. Put my hands up. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to mess around with it. That's just basically what it is. So they're coming out tomorrow, and yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. The car, the Modus is outside, drying out really nicely in the sun. The seats are really drying out nice actually. So I'm gonna leave it out there, but I'm gonna leave it when it comes to the video. I'm gonna call it a day. And we're going to come back tomorrow and we're going to jump on something else because we're still waiting for the bumper to turn up for that Renault Modus. So yeah, we can't really do anything else on that until that turns up. So I am going to finish it there. That's going to be the end of today's video. Little bit of a cliffhanger, I've got to be honest, because of the ramp and the lift. This is very, very important. Not necessarily... I can still work on the cars over here. It's not really going to stop me, but it's just nice having that ramp. So, yeah, a little bit of a cliffhanger. We'll get into this tomorrow. The guy said he's all right, sort of doing a bit of recording, doing a bit of filming, so he's okay with that. So we might see a little bit of that tomorrow. But for today, that's it. That's the end of today's video. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the Renault Modus or the lift situation. I'm sure a lot of you, or most of you, are going to say, yeah, I'm right. It's a safety issue. Don't mess around with it. Get the professionals in. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you soon.